So we have all been waiting for Superman. It's been too damn long since we've had a live action movie, and especially with Superman 2025 kicking off a whole brand new universe that has the highest chance to actually be fruitful and lasting. That trailer has got to absolutely go off. It's got to be cathartic, like a drink of cold water at 3 a.m., opening presents on Christmas morning, spending your last like $4 in your account on the Jack Harlow meal and going into negative. But seriously, the trailer has a lot of expectations attached to it, and it does need to be exceptional. You need to show off this new world and how vast it is and different it is from our own. This new Superman and Clark Kent, we got to get a sense of both of their personalities. We need to feel like this godlike being is a person like any one of us. Also, of our big bad baldy Lex Luthor. Then, because it is our first trailer, I need a morsel of really dope action, okay? I need the scale of it. You know, this is apparently the biggest Superman movie ever, so I'm expecting, if it does not exceed, become on par, I'm going to need some indication that this will get close, at the very least, to Man of Steel levels of action. Now, I'm not so worried about any of that. I think the trailer is going to be awesome, just like I think the movie is going to be awesome. Kind of like the way that for the past decade, when James Gunn has made something, it has been awesome. That kind of helps reassure that confidence I have in all of this stuff. Now, what I'm not so sure of is when we will be getting this trailer. James Gunn this past October at New York Comic Con, I believe, said it won't be too long, but it also won't be too soon, which can only mean about one or three things, really. So this is a Superman video, but we will be going Batman detective mode and essentially putting together the pieces of when this goddamn trailer is finna drop. So let's get our detective tools together, and as the legendary philanthropist Ian Hawke would say,
I told you, Dave, I never lose.
let's get this shit popping. So the first candidate up for the trailer dropping has got to be CCXP 2024. Okay, so we have heard from Gunn that he and Peter Safran will not be able to attend due to a million scheduling conflicts. You know what fixes that? Which, you know, it's totally fine. But it is CCXP. It's one of the biggest events for comics, comic book movies, and pop culture in general. So to not have a presence there, I think would be a huge misstep. Even if it's 8 months out and Creature Commandos is coming out that same week, I get the idea of everyone paying attention to the trailer instead of the premiere of the show, but also I feel like it could very well be the case that this only further generates hype and interest for the show as like a, hey, this is the DCU. If you think that trailer was awesome, we actually have a DCU show that is airing right now. Go ahead and watch it, which I am so damn excited for. Creature Commandos. I love monsters. I can't wait for an animated R-rated James Gunn project. That's just going to be so awesome. So I'm a bit up in the air about it dropping at CCXP, but also the thing that gives me some hope is that we recently had David Cornsweet appear on the Manly Things podcast, and on there we have this brief moment from the pod where he says some things.
I don't know if
some things will maybe as soon as
some
the
things
winter.
might be happening,
Yeah.
exactly. Some in December, some things will happen in the spring, and then the movie's gonna come out in summer. So,
which would align with CCXP. Now, this was a bit ago, so I'm not sure if things could have possibly changed, but it seems that CCXP is a pretty damn good spot to drop that trailer. If nothing else, I'd love for another poster to drop, maybe more official art or even official stills. Now, if it's not CCXP, then my next guess is Christmas Day. I think what better gift can you give to your fans as a company than Superman on Christmas Day? It would be such a vibe to drop on that day. I think it would be an amazing present, especially if you're not expecting shit. I just feel like it would make sense to release a little something before the year ends. That way, once the Super Bowl comes through, which we all know they have to release something by then, you put out a little teaser trailer, then maybe you drop an official trailer on Super Bowl Sunday, a good 2-month-ish period to let the previous trailer kind of set in. If anything, I do think the week of or the week after Creature Commandos final episode drops, we will get to see the trailer. So if anything, the third and final option that I have is the week after the Creature Commandos final episode drops, we will get the trailer. So around the 9th of January, I think it could serve well at that time, so people would still be hyped for the Creature Commandos finale, which regardless, I feel they would be at that time, since I'm sure it's going to be received very well, and I think it's going to be a fire show. But I think it would be a good layup of like, oh, this was just a little intro to the DCU, but we got Superman coming through this July. So ultimately, I think that's when we can expect it by. From what we've been hearing about this trailer specifically from Frank Grillo as of recently is it is goosebump raising. There is usually so much of what I would call waste of time shit in regards to worrying about this movie or any DC properties in general, which is just, I would recommend not worrying. So many people try making mountains out of molehills. Lots of disingenuous people out there, like those saying that the Batman 2 won't come out, not even because they're actually worried about it, but it's just some petty attempt to assign blame to this new regime and retroactively vindicate their opinions on the era before. Every move is just to validate themselves in some way, which is very pathetic and just a very bad way to spend your energy and a good way to waste other people's time. So that's why I'm so glad James Gunn is able to dispel a lot of the bullshit that gets spouted, love it or hate it. He douses a lot of flames early, which is a level of communication I could only dream of over this past decade that we had. All in all, I think it's important we exercise patience with this coming trailer, which I will exercise by watching Creature Commandos. And I'm so sorry to bring it up for like the 5th time. It's just the hype is really setting in on me that the DCU is just a couple days away at this point, okay? So I'm just very excited. CCXP starts this Thursday, so keep your eyes and ears peeled. But let me know, players, when do you suspect the trailer will actually drop and what are your expectations for it? What do you want to see? Who are you looking forward to? Who do you hope shows up? What do you hope that they keep out of it? You know, I'm all ears. But that's pretty much it. If you like the video, leave me a thumbs up, comment down below, and if you want to subscribe, I always appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope all of you guys are well, and I will see you in the next one.